It's 5:31 on Monday, the 8th day of November 2021 in the year of our Lord. And we will now call the Scottsburg Board of Works to order. And our first thing for our clerk treasurer, Jan Hardy, is the roll call.
Mayor Amy.
Here.
Karen Gracious. Here. Tom Lewis.
Here. Very well, we have the approval of the minutes of October 25th, our last meeting. Is there a motion to accept them as presented, or did you see any type of typos?
I'll make a motion to approve the minutes as presented.
Tom Lewis makes a motion to approve the minutes. Is there a second?
I'll second.
Karen Gracious seconds. All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Aye. Unanimous. Thank you. Do we have any old business? This is your spot here, Ms. Bixler.
I do not have any old business.
Nothing for us? No claims?
I do
No
have
claims?
a fee waiver for the train depot tonight.
Okay, that's not old. That's
No,
new.
it's not old, so
Okay.
no old business.
And so Chief Zellers, I don't see him here.
You signed the wrong one.
Probably chasing that phone.
Did I? I'm so
So let's go down to new business, then we will have a transfer of assets, and I'm gonna call on Mayor's Assistant, Jill Baker.
The RDC owned a 2004 Chevy truck that is at Mass Park right now. And we are asking the board to approve that truck go under the Parks Department, and the Parks Department wants to give them a Tahoe. So they just want to trade vehicles. The Tahoe is a 2001 Chevy Tahoe. And Jerry feels like with the truck, he could hook things up, the trailers and such, and then for Mass Park, it would be smarter to have the Tahoe because they just pick up supplies.
Yeah, the Parks needs the truck, the pickup truck to pull the trailer. It's got another trailer, and the Tahoe, he can lay that down, and we only use, the problem, that truck doesn't have hardly 30,000 miles on it, and it's an 04. So that tells you how much they use it. So the idea is that we can lay those back seats down and get whatever we need to in there. And,
Sounds like a deal.
so,
Does this need to go to the redevelopment commission also, Josh?
That was my next
That's
question.
their asset.
If it's RDC's, it means redevelopment commission, then yes.
oh, it does say RDCS, that doesn't it? Sorry about that. So we need to strike that one for tonight?
No, I mean,
If-
it has to be passed by each board.
Okay,
We can
Parks
ask
to
them
take it,
tomorrow.
okay. So I'm asking the Board of Works to make a motion to go
So
forward.
wait a minute, who is the RDC is that the next one?
It's a redevelopment commission.
So it's not the Mass Park?
The Mass Park owns the 2004 Chevy pickup truck.
No, the redevelopment does.
The redevelopment owns it, it sets at Mass Park for their use.
Oh, okay.
I'm sorry, that is correct.
It sits at Mass Park.
And the
Yes.
city owns the 2001 Chevy Tahoe.
Regardless, we need to make a motion. I'll make the motion that we approve the transfer of the vehicles as described.
Tom Lewis makes the motion to transfer the vehicles, one to the Mass Park and the other to the Parks Department. Is there a second?
I second.
Karen Gracious seconds. Any other questions or comments? Because it's a little confusing. Hearing none, all in favor say aye.
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 Unanimous, thank you. The next thing is the trailer transfer from Parks Department to the Electric Department assets. And this is a trailer that our Parks Department had. They purchased a new trailer, and so they've taken their old trailer, and there is Vanna White down there
Yes.
with, holding up the sign. And it is, thank you. And, is the new one, the one on your
No.
right hand?
No, that's the one he's getting rid of.
So they're transferring that over to the electric. It doesn't have a smaller trailer like that. They've got a big one, I think, for their skid loader, but they don't have a small one.
Yep.
So we're transferring it. So we would like to transfer that asset from the parks to our electric department. And Willie, our department head, said he'd be appreciative of that. So
Okay.
we have a motion to transfer that trailer there, please.
Karen makes a motion. I'll make a motion.
You make the motion?
I'll second.
So Karen seconds, okay. Well,
I'll try to give you a chance, Karen.
You give me a chance.
all in favor
It's
say aye.
easier to do the minutes that way, copy and paste, you know.
Absolutely.
All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Aye, unanimous, so thank you for that. Okay, the next thing we have is the Wheatley Group amendment, the Wheatley Group agreement, sorry about that.
This is the yearly thing.
It's the yearly thing. So, well, this will go until, set forth January 1 of 22 and remain in effect until December 31st of 2010.
So we're making a motion to accept the agreement?
As presented,
I'll
right.
make that motion.
Tom Lewis makes the motion to accept the Wheatley Group agreement as presented. Is there a second?
I'll second.
Karen Bridges seconds. Any other questions, comments? Hearing none, all in favor say aye.
Aye.
Aye, that's unanimous, okay. Now we have the Mass Park waivers and lease agreement. We have had a couple waivers here, and one of them is on the, let me see, Joe.
One of them's
Training
for-
social workers.
One of them's for election time. Wendy McLean has sent a letter.
For the election. For
Yeah.
Yes,
it's a
for training.
It's a
A
training.
training for the poll workers.
Right, it's a
Yes.
training. So requesting reservation of the Presentation Hall for April the 26th of 22 and November 1 of 22 for the sole purpose of election poll worker training. And they have 3 different times. And they would like for us to waive the fee for the training out
Do you have any objection to that?
there. I don't,
I'll make a
because
motion
it's,
to
Is
accept
that
it.
the Scott County Election Board? Is that, okay. No, I didn't know it was the clerk or the,
I
okay.
make a motion, we waive the fee for the election board.
okay. Is there a second?
I second.
Karen Parrish seconds. Questions, comments? I'm in favor of this as well. So, all in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Aye. Okay, so that's good on that one.
The second
And
one's
then
right there.
the other one is the,
That's the same, no, this is different.
yeah, this is the Scottsburg High School football.
Football.
Yeah, and they're wanting to have a dinner out there. They had a great year. They were like 4-0 or 6-0. They lost a couple games. And, 1-2, I'm not sure if they won Charleston, beat Charleston or not. I'm not sure they did. But I know to Sellersburg and to Brownstown, they lost both of those games. But one boy got hurt really bad. And so they wanted to have a celebration there. I'm wanting to throw t-shirts at a basketball game. So we're buying t-shirts that, we don't have it down here. I should have brought it down for you to see it. But it's, huh?
Thank you.
I can go
Carmen
grab
will get one.
Yeah, so you can see this, so it's gonna tell you, and so we've got, I think we're at 50 shirts, and we may go to 2 or 3 games, and we may just throw these 50 shirts in, the different ones in the crowd. You know, it's our whole, huh? Nah, we're gonna,
You're gonna.
yeah, you guys can come with us.
One of those guns.
Yeah, one of those guys, you know? And, you know, we are going forth with our whole theme of Scottsburg Proud. And, you know, so what do you see this? The kids will wear this. This is an equal t-shirt. And, so what we're doing is we're trading here. So they usually charge you that. So we're just swapping.
They charge to let you do that?
They charge to let you do that.
Yeah.
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 Now, so,
So is it a fair trade?
in other words, if you wanted to come in as Bixler lawn mowing, you're gonna throw t-shirts, you're gonna charge it, it's an person.
There you go.
There you go.
For-
The bird.
Oh, hey, that's good.
So anyway, we're gonna toss these, and you know, so that's what we're trying to do here. In other words, this is brand new. You ever see what these kids are wearing to school these days?
It's the vintage
Yeah.
look.
You know, I mean, Mom wouldn't let me go to school. You got holes in your pants. You know, oh wait, you see it today, Mom. Yeah, they buy that.
Alright, so we're trading.
So we're trading, in essence, where I'm waiving this and they're waiving their fee. So,
I'll make a motion, we
Tom Looks makes a motion.
Makes the trade.
I'll second.
Karen seconds it. All in favor say aye.
Aye.
So
What's
that's
the date on that,
today's date.
that football dinner? What's the date on
The
that?
football dinner is, December the 12th from 1 to 4. December the 12th, 1 to 4.
These are the two leases, and Josh has approved both of them. The top one is 5-star. It was time for them to renew their lease, and they chose to go to a 6-month lease. And this is a brand new lease.
So 5-star is a IT company, and they handle a lot of schools. I think they handle medicine schools, a lot of IT there, and so this is a 6-month here for their.
So we're just extending the lease for 6 months?
We are.
Same rate and everything?
Same rate?
Yes.
$680.
Yes.
I'll make a motion, we accept the lease extension.
Tom Lewis makes a motion. Is there a second?
I'll second.
Karen Grish seconds. Any questions, comments, concerns about it? Hearing none, all in favor say aye.
Aye.
Unanimous?
Is this for less space, Jill, than what they had prior?
Yes,
Because they did pay $13.50.
till 2 months ago.
Pardon?
Till 2 months ago. They changed it in October.
Yes.
No,
That was the-
reduced space and a reduced rate? Okay.
I signed that as well. The next one we have is for,
It's Remnant Reformed Baptist Church,
yeah,
and it's a brand new one. And they requested 6 months with the option to renew again in 6 months, and it's $1,150.
$11.50. They're gonna go in where that Vex room was at.
Yeah.
So, if you ever know where the Vex room was, but it was, it's nice size, but it'd be enough for what they need right now. So, and it's $11.50.
And they're only gonna be out there Wednesday nights and Sunday mornings.
So,
Is that part of the lease agreement, or is they're just leasing the space and that's all?
They can come and go as they
Yeah,
want,
they
but
come goes and go.
That's just when they have their meetings, so.
Right.
I'll make the motion, we accept that lease agreement.
Tom Lewis makes a motion. Is there a
I'll
second?
second.
Karen Grish seconds. Any questions, comments, concerns? Hearing none, all in favor say aye.
Aye.
Aye, unanimous, thank you. And I'll sign this lease as well. Okay, the next thing we have is a contract for the Mid-America Science Park for the contract to be signed out there. I had some questions on this, Josh, so I think I would rather, do you want to, I think we need to correct it, we need to correct it first, don't you?
Yes.
I think so too. So let's put that off till next time, that's okay. We now next have adjustments for Miss Leslie Bixley.
There was a handful of sewer adjustments down there, and then our utility adjustments for the month of October for you guys to sign off on.
Okay,
And then in addition to that, I did have one more thing for you guys. The Indiana State Board of Accounts would like to request a waiver of the fee to use the train depot on December the 15th for a gathering, district gathering, so they can do some team building exercises and have a meal with the people in the district.
who's that?
State Board of
State Board of
Accounts.
Accounts.
Yeah.
I dare you to turn that one around.
And I'm gonna graciously note who makes the motion and everything, so when they hold this particular plan.
Mayor makes that motion.
I'll second the motion.
Seriously, I did not know. You ever had that happen before? Oh, okay, that's great.
That's where they had
Yeah,
Ron
they-
Robertson's retirement
Yeah.
party.
They
And they
used
came up
the-
for another one.
They used the Beechwood shelter a couple months ago for a gathering as well.
And somebody's already paid a deposit for one of them for State Board of
Yep.
Accounts. That's all they.
Okay, so, Tom, did you make the motion?
I thought you did.
I did,
Yeah.
yes. I made the motion, and Tom seconded, sorry. favor say aye.
Aye.
Aye. So that's passed.
And that is everything I had for you guys tonight.
Okay, what announcements do we have?
I've got a thing for Wendy McLean in my packet. Was that?
You
That
did
was
that,
all.
you
Yeah.
you already done
Oh,
it,
okay.
yeah.
That was the voters.
Yeah, that was the voters.
voter
Okay.
training, yeah.
Did we skip the Hutchinson extension,
Oh, yes, we did,
item D?
thank you.
Item what?
D is for dog, under new business.
Okay. Sorry about that, sorry about that.
Jan asked last time about this,
Yeah,
and he has signed.
Lease extension also.
Lease
Yes,
extension.
Josh was approved.
so we need to have a
Thank you,
motion to
John.
go forward and to extend his lease. It's a year, and he's going in, asking for another year's lease at the amount of $650.
I'll make that motion.
Tom Lewis makes the motion, is there a second?
Second.
Karen Richards seconds. Questions, comments? Hearing none, all in favor say aye.
Aye.
Aye. So that's unanimous. I'll go ahead and sign this as well. And, okay, Ms. Jan, there's that for you. So, what else? Has,
Do you wanna get a motion to accept the claims as presented if
I'll make a
possible?
motion to accept the claims as submitted.
And I'll second.
okay, Tom Lewis makes a motion, Karen Richards seconds. Any questions or comments about them? Hearing none, all in favor say aye.
Aye.
So claims are accepted.
I'd also like to make the board aware that I did send back the payout number 5 on our sewer today in the amount of $972,230. So it gets us at 6.4. Yes, yes. I didn't go back and do all the numbers, but I just received this today and got it submitted back for them to file.
Coming up this Thursday is Veterans Day. Was your father in World War II?
What?
Was your dad in World War II? Okay. Well, we want to say to the veterans, thank you. Words cannot express the gratitude of America for our soldiers, sailors, airmen, Marines, Coast Guard, police, fire. I mean, it's democracy is not necessarily an efficient way to govern, but it's the most effective way to govern. A dictatorial system or monarchy is a whole lot quicker, but this is a government of the people, by the people, and for the people. And we have fought, and people have died for us to have this right. So we sit here today because of this, what they've done. So we cannot, for those of you viewing at home, we cannot say thank you loud enough, shout it out loud enough for you to hear a grateful nation, a grateful city in Scottsburg, Indiana. So,
I agree.
amen, amen, amen. Anything else?
You had discussed earlier with me today about a temporary,
That's correct. We had an issue that came up, so thank you. We had an issue that came up on my computer. Danger, Will Robertson, danger. It was a thing that was alerting us that the cooling tower at the Mid-American Science Park shut down. And so we had a man out there who retired, who was Mike Kiefer. And Mike Kiefer, I called him and he came on over and we found it to be a fuse that wasn't bad. The fuse was this long, this big around, and $270 for one fuse. But it's a massive power, and like 480 volts. And so he was able to change that out. And while he was there, the fellow we have now was not under his tutorage. So I asked him if he wouldn't mind to come and tutor our maintenance man, John Ward, there right now for a few weeks or so. And so we agreed on $22 an hour, and that would include him taking care of his own taxes and everything. So he knows he's gonna get a 1099 at the end. Do I need to get a W-9 from him, Jan, as well?
yeah, I think it'll be all laid out in the contract.
I'll-
Yeah, I was gonna say, because that'd be, you're gonna have a contract contract, and then we'll be paying him by claim a set amount for the month, or is it?
This won't be a temporary, up to
Right.
not to exceed 6 weeks.
Not to exceed 6 weeks, and, I mean, you know, he's been there basically, I think, I forget how many hours it was. Was
I
it
just wanted them to get board approval.
Yes.
I wanna say
16, 18,
and then
maybe
2 more,
maybe
18 to 20.
18 hours, because he only worked 2 hours one day. So 12, 14, I think 16 hours is what we owe him right now. So, do we need to, go ahead and get a motion to?
Let's go ahead and get board action so we can get something going, and then they can actually approve the written contract
Yeah.
So
next time.
make a motion, we are,
Yeah, this is just a contractual agreement between our previous employee to tutor our new maintenance man. And we don't anticipate it being a long period of time. You know, so far, I think he has 16 hours, I believe, yes. So Tom makes the motion.
A second.
Karen wishes seconds. Any questions about any of that? So, and, you know, and John's taking all kinds of notes, and we're learning where these fuses are. We didn't know where the fuse, we didn't know we had fuses. So Mike is showing us all of the wheres and outs, and so, I mean, so he's been there a good, like you say, 16 hours or so, so we, you know, he's learned a lot, so. Okay, with that said, all in favor say aye.
aye?
Aye, opposed, like sign. Unanimous, thank you very much, thank you very much. So, thank you, Joshua, for doing that. That's just come up just bang, like that. So, and he's been out there 40 years, so I mean, he knows where everything's at. And it's a large facility, and it was all under his, you know, care, and so he knows the whole whereabouts. So, thank you very much. Anything else? Nothing? Going once, going twice? We have a motion to adjourn.
Adjourn.
Karen's motion, we're adjourned. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you so very much.